Now to the professionals who could save your life at 30,000 feet. The next time you get on a plane, pay attention, because those folks who are telling you to stow your bag under the seat in front of you are your best friends in an emergency, and there's a lot of hard work that goes into being there.
Ma'am, may I get your beverage?
This is how you usually see your friendly flight crew in action.
Exits on the MD-88 are 3 doors.
And you might be among the many who have ignored their safety briefing, thinking you've heard it before.
Place the metal tip into the buckle.
But in any emergency 30,000 feet in the sky, flight attendants are your first responders, and their training can mean the difference between life and death.
Release seatbelts. Get up. Get out. Leave everything.
FAA mandates all flight attendants have safety training, from putting out fires to first aid. At this Delta Airlines facility in Atlanta, 90 new flight attendants undergo training each week. Only the top of the class make it through, becoming one of the 1,000 who will be hired this year.
We've had more than 80,000 people apply for an opportunity to become a flight attendant this year, and less than 2% of those who apply will actually be selected.
The students spend 8.5 hours a day in training, 6 days a week, and are tested on what they learned. A passing grade, 90%. Even experienced flight attendants have to come back once a year for a refresher training course. They are trained for any incident possible. Seated inside a 737 mock-up, students wait for an emergency to play itself out. They never know what's going to happen. The plane experiences a sudden loss of cabin pressure at 30,000 feet.
Grab mask, put it over your head. Breathe normally, stay calm.
The trainees have just seconds to don their own masks and make sure that passengers do the same. Students are taught to work quickly and calmly to ensure safety. A mistake here could cost a life. Delta uses veteran flight attendants like Catherine Lee to teach new recruits.
It's 5.5 weeks of nothing but safety. So it will come to them, and that's how we want it, that if anything happened, they would immediately jump into safety mode.
Lee has been a flight attendant for almost 11 years and is the face of Delta's new, hipper safety video.
Smoking is not allowed on any Delta flight.
Delta hopes the changes will get more passengers to pay attention. In this true-to-life motion simulator, the trainees go through an emergency evacuation. The lights flicker. Smoke begins to fill the cabin. The plane has crashed. It's on fire.
Get out! Leave everything! Release seatbelts! Get out!
In this training, everything feels very real. These flight attendants are taught that time is of the essence. They have just 90 seconds to evacuate every passenger safely from the plane.
Students train in the proper way to evacuate by slide, arms out, straight and in front of you, because you go so fast you could injure yourself on the slide. Earlier this year, a passenger died of a heart attack mid-flight on another airline, making headlines. Because you can't call 911 at 35,000 feet, trainees learn first aid,
21, 22, 23, 24, 20,
CPR, and the use of automatic external defibrillators, which Delta installed on all aircraft a decade ago. These skills are especially important with the increase of longer flights and the rising number of older passengers as baby boomers enter retirement. In Delta's ditching pool, students also train to survive the elements in case of a water landing. How to huddle in the water to keep warm, help passengers with disabilities or those who can't swim well. And how to quickly and safely get passengers from the water and into a life raft.
Our flight attendants are everything from firefighters to police officers to nurses and doctors.
While most flight attendants will fortunately never have to use their emergency training, next time you're buckled in, know that you're in good hands.
It's true that flight attendants don't get enough credit
Absolutely.
for all that they do, and not only making us more comfortable, but keeping us safe.
And we should mention that you did this story early
on in the pregnancy. I was going to say, I didn't go into the pool either, as you saw.
See, you missed the fun part.
I missed the fun. I know. I was like, oh, that looks really good fun, although not in a real situation,
Absolutely.
of course. This morning on Today.